At Duff House, a Georgian mansion not far from Banff on the North Aberdeenshire coast, there lived a laird. His wife had died 6 months previously, and he was still mourning her passing. One autumn day at twilight, when one of his ploughmen was returning from the fields on his horse, he was stopped just as he was about to cross a tiny stream by a strange lady dressed from head to foot in green. She was tall and slim, but her face was hidden by the mantle of her hood. She politely asked him if he would give her a ride on the back of his horse to ford the stream. He found it a rather odd request, as it was easily crossed due to it being shallow and not very wide. But it was her voice that struck him most of all. He later described it as icy, and it caused a chill to run through him as she spoke. Being polite, and not wanting to seem discourteous, he agreed to her request. Light of foot, the woman sprang onto the back of his horse behind him, and he soon discovered that she was more easily seen than touched, as when she touched his back, it didn't feel like it was a person there, but rather more like a half-filled sack of wool. As soon as they reached the other side, the lady in green jumped down, just as delicately as she'd mounted the horse. He turned round to have a proper look at her, because his instinct told him something was off. The lady stopped and turned towards him, lowering the hood of her cloak, displaying a thin pale face. The ploughman was horrified, for the lady was the laird's wife. The man exclaimed, "My dead mistress," to which the woman replied, "Yes, John, your mistress. But ride home quickly, for it is getting late, and you and I will be better acquainted before long." John rode home as quickly as he could, and told his story of the ghostly encounter. The next evening, around the same time, 2 of the laird's servant girls who were washing heard a light knock on the door. One of the girls called, "Come in," and in walked the green lady. The 2 girls were amazed as they watched her glide past and seat herself on a low bench. It was one she'd frequently used in life, and from it she had a good view of the servants. As she had done in the past, she asked them how their work was going, but the 2 girls were so terrified they simply couldn't utter any words. The green lady then moved on to another part of the house, where the old nurse lived, a woman she'd been very fond of in life. She still appeared to be concerned for her welfare, and remarked on her empty food cupboard. For nearly a year, the green lady visited the house, and there was barely a day went by when the servants didn't see her gliding through it, but always after sunset and before sunrise. Her first stop was always the kitchen, where she would ask the servants how their work was going and if they were happy. Over time, most of the people in the house became used to her presence, with the servants finding her bothersome and someone they simply didn't need to heed. When she arrived, they initially lowered their voices, thinking briefly it was a visitor of flesh and blood, but soon their chatter began again, and they stated, "It's only the green lady." Although the apparition was very pale and miserable looking, she did have a cheery disposition, and could be heard chuckling or laughing to herself, even though she couldn't always be seen. It was recorded that on one occasion, as a servant was preparing a bed, the ghost threw a pillow at her head as she refused to see anything when the green lady was around. The girl caught it and threw it back at the ghost. On another occasion, she found the ploughman, John, and handed him what appeared to be silver coins. He pocketed them, but when he went to spend them, it turned out they were only small pieces of slate. Once, when a horse rider was passing through a copse, he felt his head being pelted with little pellets of turf. Hoping to find the culprit causing such mischief, he rode into the thicket, where he came upon the Green Lady. The strange thing about the apparition is that she never appeared in front of her husband, but he frequently heard her voice in the lower part of the house, and very occasionally he was sure he heard her laugh, but in a cold and unnatural way. Around midday, almost exactly a year after the first encounter with the ploughman, she appeared in the room of the old nurse, urging her to get help quickly, as there were 2 children stuck on rocks by the beach. The old lady wasted no time. The alarm was raised with their father, and he hastily made his way to the cliffs. Down below, he saw his children clinging to a high crag on the rocks, as the stormy sea threatened them. He summoned more help, and the children were rescued just in the nick of time, as a huge wave broke over the crag where they'd been clinging for dear life. When the old lady returned to her room, there, sitting by the fire, was the Green Lady, who had a tale of her own to tell. 10 years beforehand, a travelling pedlar had broken into the fruit garden one Sunday, so an old ploughman was sent to see him off, but the pedlar turned on the old servant. She'd heard his cries and had gone to help, but in the fight that ensued, the pedlar was killed. At first, they decided to go and tell the laird what had happened, but then she noticed the pedlar's pack, which contained silks and velvets, as well as a beautiful piece of green satin. So instead they buried the body and divided up the goods and money between themselves. She hid her share of the money in her bedroom, in a little cavity below a tapestry, while the green satin was made into a dress for her. Following her confession, the Green Lady glided away and vanished in a flash of light, so bright the old nurse had to cover her eyes. When she looked again, to her amazement, the lady was gone. Not long afterwards, the stash of money was discovered in the hiding place the ghost had said, and in the garden, the decaying body of the pedlar was also discovered. The Green Lady of Banff was never seen again, unless you know otherwise. If you enjoyed this episode of Scotland's History, please like, comment and subscribe. Until next time, thank you for watching.